it's MK and I am here for another Shimmerz project for you guys today. I am also combining this with Kit Conspiracy with Janet Fritz. Here is Galaxy Girl Creations. I just wanted to share with you guys a little bit of some of the embellishments that I have picked out for this particular layout, and then I have several more right here. You guys, I am trying to make these layouts very embellishment heavy because of the fact that I have so many. Will I end up using them all? Probably not, because it's not my style, but I'm really trying. Okay, I have 3 photos. This leftover piece of brown and light blue cardstock, which is not cardstock, but it kind of is. I also am using this half sheet that's got a decorative element over on the left. I apologize, I didn't see the name of it, but I showed it to you very briefly. And then for Shimmerz, I have some Shimmerz in Coffee, Blings in Spice Cider, Inklings in Penny for Your Thoughts, Shimmerz for Slow Ocean, Inklings in I'm Not Lyman, Shimmerz Rita on the Rocks, and Creamy's Sage It Ain't So. You guys, I know I say this every time, but those names just make me giggle. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and super speed this up for you guys because I have a lot to do for this layout. So the first thing I'm going to do is just tear off what I want on this page, and then I'm going to end up shimmering the rest of what I want on the page. So I want this piece here to be jagged, but I kind of want it curled under to show the darker edge of the paper. But first I'm going to draw a line using my pencil and make sure that I know not to put any product underneath that line because of the fact that it's just going to be covered up. Why waste the product, right? Not that I don't have a bunch, but still. I also want to get my photos done so that way I can make sure that I don't go underneath my photos, but I actually am not sure where I want this third photo here. I just know where I want my main photos, so I'm going to draw a line of that once I figure out where all these, how I'm going to shrink my photos, I should say. So I cut down my other 2 photos just to be 4x4, and then I went ahead and I traced along one of them because, again, I don't want to put the product behind it. I just really want to create a shadow. Now, I absolutely love messy painting like this because I accidentally get splatters here and there, and then I just go ahead and, clean my brush off by splattering some more. So I started with Sage It Ain't So, and then I went to the Shimmerz Rita on the Rocks, and now I am adding a little bit of I'm Not Lyman in there, and then once that was dry, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this Penny for Your Thoughts along to give it that shadow effect. So once I put my papers back and my photo back, it's going to have that shadow. Well, some of the spots were a little bit to where I lost my green, and so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of Sage It Ain't So back onto my layout. And add a little bit of splatter in brown and just play with it until I get the effect that I'm looking for. And then I'll go ahead and I'll add a little bit more once I get all of my embellishments down. So here's the rolling effect that I was talking about. So my paper is really dark on the other side, and so I want to roll it back so that way it blends in with the darkness of the back side of the paper as well as that brown streak that I put in there. And then of course I'm not going to roll it back for where my photo is going to be because then I'm just going to add a bulk to that and my photo is going to cover it up anyways. Well, most of my embellishments end up covering up this beautiful disaster that I have going on because that's how mixed media usually rolls. But it's okay, you guys. You still see enough of it to make the effect that I was looking for, that green splatter behind the scenes effect. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick out the embellishments that I want to use. And at first I was putting them on my large leaf tray that I set up at the very beginning of layout number 1, which I think was yesterday. I set out... I think it was yesterday. I'm so sorry. I set it on my leaf and then I realized I should just go and get a wax piece of paper. So I brought in a wax piece of paper that I had just sitting here on the left side of my desk. And now I'm putting all of my sticker-ish embellishments over on there. Now I have to tell you guys, those thickers in foam are uber super sticky. They are not going anywhere once you put them down. Holy cow. All right, so I also went off the scenes and fussy cut out a bunch of my die cuts. I tore apart all of the 3D elements because I just really don't like them. I apologize, Simple Stories. They're just not my thing, but I love tearing them apart because they're printed on top of printed on top of printed. And so I get that many more embellishments. Holy cow, like I needed any more embellishments. But anyways, I'm also tucking the ducks. All I really wanted was the cattails ish, the long grass. But yeah, I tucked the ducks. I did not have any need for a duck on this particular layout, but I did really want to go a little wild with the fish because that is what my boys are doing. They're actually on a church outing and fishing on the side of South Fork. They spent the day fishing over there, and luckily one of the parents take photos for us because we did not go on this trip with the boys, and so they sent me these photos of my boys fishing and having a great time, and I just absolutely love it. So I went ahead and I picked out all of the fishing ish elements that are in this collection, but I don't plan on using them all. That's just something that I ended up, it's something that I do. I just pick out what I have, and then that way I have a little bit of embellishments to pick from instead of all of these embellishments to pick from. It makes decisions so much easier. I'm also going to add a brad, which I thought I had more brads, but apparently I just got distracted and didn't pull out anymore. So, oh well, that's what I pulled out. And then I wanted to definitely make sure that I have dragonflies on my layout because we have the biggest, most beautiful dragonflies in our area, you guys. I have to say, they're this neon blue and they're so pretty, and they're huge. They are like the size of my hands. It scares me that bugs are getting that big, you guys. Are they going to take over the world? I'm just kind of curious. Has anybody ever watched Starship Troopers? It scares me that bugs are that big. And I just keep seeing bigger and bigger bugs. It scares me. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I didn't really like how warpy my paper is. And usually my paper does not get this warpy. And so I don't even worry about it. But I thought that I have an extra piece of this Lakeside paper, which is weird. I've got a couple extra pieces. But this wood grain here, I'm not really sure what to do with. And I didn't really have a plan to use the darker side. So I'm going to go ahead and map my whole layout using this wood grain piece. Is it a waste? Probably, but my layout really needed some stability. And so I'm going to heavily put down this score tape down. Now, I do apologize for that glare. I had no idea that my curtains were not closed all the way, and I didn't even see that little spark of sunshine is coming through. I apologize about that, you guys. I did not have a clue that it was that obnoxious to look at or see or anything. I am so sorry. I'm going to go ahead and define my background by just inking it up with whatever ink I had left over on my sponge. I don't even know what it was. I think it was maybe walnut stain, maybe. But yeah, whatever was on there is what got inked on my layout, just to give it that definition. And then you can't even tell that this is wood grain. It's just a fanciful background. I like how the leaves and things, I turned it off to the side so that way they're all on the side with the main clusters and whatnot. Yeah, and that is pretty much it. I am going to do a little bit more splatters with all the paints and things that I have. I did cover up all the shimmers because I really wanted to definitely put Penny for Your Thoughts on this layout. Now, I did not end up using spiced cider at all. I did do a little bit of splattering with spiced cider, but other than that, my main two browns that I used was Coffee and Penny for Your Thoughts. I love Penny for Your Thoughts, you guys. It has got this gorgeous metallic coppery fill. Oh my stars, and it dries even more beautifully. Now, I'm also going in with Sage It Ain't So, and I'm tucking, I'm splattering, and I'm tucking my paintbrush in and in and around a few more embellishments where I thought that I wanted that undertone to shine through a little bit more. And that is it. And then I went in with I'm Not Lyman as well and splattered a little bit more of that too. And I just went crazy on the splattering to try and tie everything back in because I just feel like the splattering is what brings everything together. I really do. I wished I could have cut those cattails a little bit down more on the chipboard pieces, but hey, I'm okay. It's okay. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Yeah, this is my project for Shimmerz, in case you guys are curious. Also, too, if you are placing an order for Shimmerz and put my name down in the comments at checkout, you'll get a free gifty. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but I'm curious to know. Share that with me, you guys. What is the little free gifty when you put my name down and place an order? Also, too, be sure to check out Janet Fritz, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. She is playing along with Kit Conspiracy with me. I don't know if today's one of our off days. I happen to just be playing with this because I love this collection a lot. Please be sure to check out all the other layouts that I plan on doing with this collection. But in the off chance that Janet is playing with this collection today, be sure to check out her channel today and see what she is creating, whether she's using this collection or not. All right, I've said enough. I will check y'all later. See ya. Bye.